can it be knocking at your door other than the MEP's Top 7 Week 13 coming at you. Only a couple of full weeks left here in the season. I'm starting to get sad. I'm starting to get nostalgic. I'm starting to wonder what the hell am I going to do with all that free time I get every week. Last week, 3 and 4 won our top 3 picks, but I told you it was going to be a tough week. Happy to at least get the 3 wins, but we'll look to bounce back this week, get back on track with a couple of those 5 and 2 or 6 and 1 style weeks. Let's get to the picks. Number 7 pick of the week. We are taking UCLA in the annual rivalry game between them and USC, where they will both be wearing their colors, which is something I do enjoy in a rivalry game, instead of one team going with white. UCLA's hot. They're coming off a bye. USC second half last week had me some serious doubts that they can play as good a defense for 4 quarters against a good opponent like UCLA. UCLA's kicked their tail the last 2 years, too. Beat them by 3 tutties last year at USC. I think UCLA only having to cover 3. I think that's an easy one. Number 6 pick, we're taking K-State on the road. Everybody knows that pays attention to the MEPs, knows that I love country roads. I love West by God, Virginia. But K-State's a good football team, and West Virginia hasn't looked so good in the last couple weeks. I think K-State goes on the road and they're getting points. I think they should be favored in this game. I think they have no problems winning it and keeping their Big 12 title hopes alive. Number 5 pick of the week, we're taking Marshall. Yeah, the undefeated, kicking everybody's ass Marshall. Rakeem Cato and his Thundering Herd. Matthew McConaughey portraying their former coach on television. Yeah, the Herd. Randy Moss, Rand University. They had it all this last couple weeks. But Marshall this year, listen to this. Their 10 wins by 15, 41, 30, 31, 42, 25, 32, 19, 46, and 27. Having covered 20 against an up-and-down UAB team, I'll take it. Number 4 pick, we're taking the Irish. We were there last week, freezing our butts off. I thought going into this week, this Louisville line would be 7-10, but after last week's debacle versus Northwestern, I can understand why it's only 3.5. But I don't understand how Louisville is going to score enough points to stay with the Irish. I mean, I know Notre Dame's defense has been pretty terrible the last 5 weeks, but with a true freshman quarterback, without Will Gardner, who's out for the year, I don't think Louisville in this, the weather they'll have at Notre Dame, will be able to put up enough points. I like the Irish covering 3.5. Number 3 pick of the week. We've already won that one. How about the MEPs starting out 1-0 this week with the Huskies last night, going to Athens, Ohio, which is Bobcat country, and covering the 2, even though Rod Carey made us all sweat by putting in Anthony Maddie with a 7-point lead for his patented 3-and-out. Good to see the Huskies get the win. Can't wait to sink the boat in about 9 days there, PJ. Number 2 pick, we're taking Hotty Toddy God Almighty. Ole Miss covering 3 at Arkansas. Arkansas finally got off the schneid last week. Upset LSU. Huge win. Rivalry game. But will they be able to muster that same expertise in pulling another big-time upset this week? I don't know. I think they put everything they had into that LSU game. I think Ole Miss has a lot to play for still. Only having to cover 3 on the road at Arkansas. I think Ole Miss's defense shows up. Arkansas's only scored 30 points, I believe, or 27 points in the last 2 games. And they've only scored, Ole Miss has only allowed 30 in their last 3 games on the road. So I think Ole Miss takes care of this one, no problem. Number 1 pick of the week, we're taking Nevada, covering 7.5 at Fresno State. Nevada putting up over 30 a game. Fresno giving up almost 36 a game. This one's going to be up in Reno. Little Vegas, home of the awful. I think Cody Fajardo and the Wolfpack take care of business here in a strange game that pits a couple teams that are tied for the division lead, but it doesn't feel like that since Fresno's not really any good this year. Nevada takes care of business, continues their assault on the Mountain West Conference West Division, hopefully to meet the Mountain West Conference Mountain Division champion, which looks to be either Boise State, Utah State, or good old Colorado State, the Bradley Van Pelts. Okay, a couple things I saw this week that I wanted to, of course, share with all of you if you haven't seen them already. A couple of incredible funnies. One of them, let's look at these salaries right now. What stands out? Yeah. Keep getting them checks, Kirk. Let's go over some fake punts from this year. I thought this was an incredible article, and we had to point out just what are these teams doing? This is 4th and 22. Yeah, that was never going to work. How about 4th and 18? What the hell is that? In a close game? Terrible. Number 3, one of these I know a lot of people have seen already, but I enjoy this. What are you doing, Cal? What in the heck is that? Yeah, it's like some sort of weird calisthenics. Sorry about that, Bear Raid. I don't want to rip on you. Of course, our favorite one, my favorite one of the year. Down 11, your own 6. Really? Jesus Priest. Sorry about the camera work this week. MEPs need a little better production value. And number 1, of course, fake the injury and get lit up. It's brutal. Brutal stuff. Fake punts. We need to stop this epidemic. How about this LSU fan? He's fired up about the Arkansas loss last week. Yeah, my computer's freezing. It's so scared. All right, MEP's song of the week this week. We're going to go back to the 90s where we love to live in. Irish, of course, getting to Louisville at home. NIU waiting all the way to Black Friday to be able to win the West. Florida letting Muschamp go. Hopefully they can get another win, at least make a bowl. Hughes, Saturday night under the lights, ESPN2. You better be watching. The Duke is coming to town. The U. They're going to be cold. They're going to be chilly. They're only going to have 200 of their fans here. They're only going to have their cheerleaders. There's no band. That's less than, what, Kent State? Excellent trip home last weekend. Can't wait to see all you bastards in another 15 days for the second of 3 winter trips home for me. Like I said, thanks for listening. MEP's Top 7, Week 13. Let's have a big week. Shout out to the other side of NIU boys. Brant, Tom, Brad, all those crazy dudes we partied with in Vegas. And of course, the man, hashtag Bubba. Go Huskies, go Irish, go Wahoos, go Gators. Hokamania for life. Eat shit Trojans. Fuck you Chokies. Hashtag Upper Deckers.